Today on Uncommon Good MTG, we're playing a deck called Mardu Warleader. What does that mean? It means we're playing with Warleader's Call, which loves it when you put creatures out. They get they get +1/+1, and they do a point of damage to each opponent when they come into the battlefield. And why Mardu? Because black, red, and white, leveraging what is wonderful about all three colors. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, the 7 times heavyweight Tiddlywink champion of Turtleneck, New Jersey, Dr. Cngconde Suck It! Yes, thank you!
Film before live studio audience.
Thank you so much, Cngconde Suck It! Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by Tommi. I like Tommi because he likes to put out, likes to evolve his decks. He puts out the evidence, he shows his work. He's got a very clinical and mathematical approach to the evolution of his decks. I like it a lot. In this particular case, he's had one called, like the Warleader's Song. I forget what he calls it normally. In this case, he decided to go Mardu with it. We're going all Mardu, which means rather than just being like a Boros deck of white and red capacity, we've thrown some black in there. Because like there's nothing better for two color decks than to put a third color. And I completely disagree with that because I hate playing 3-color decks. Just the trying to get the mana together on those things is usually just a pain in the butt. But I'm crossing my fingers. Sometimes it works out. And hopefully that'll not be a problem for us today. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards that are in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it should work. And then we'll go out and we will crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got here today? We've got Creature Kill. We got putting out tons of rats, whatever we can afford, right? Just start plowing them in there. And the reason why is because when you combo that up with Warleader's Call, for every rat we throw out, we're doing a point of damage. And then we got Hasty, and then there'll be 2/2 rats. And so hopefully that'll be more than what our opponent can handle. Let's see, the other part of this is also Ojer Axonil. It says whenever a non-combat damage deals damage to an opponent, it deals Axonil's power instead. So if you got Warleader's Call out and Axonil, then Axonil's suddenly a 5. And then for every rat you put out, you'll be doing 5 points of damage between these two. So that is devastating if you can get that combo together. Let's keep going here. Deep-Cavern, that's Hand Hate, Creature Kill, multiple dudes, which then if one of them, the white guy dies, you put out another one. If you can attack with the white guy, then all of your attacker gets +1/+0, which is going to help with the Song of Totentanz, because then you might potentially have 3/2 rats at that point, which would be fantastic. The Preacher, when he attacks, sometimes puts out a white vampire with lifelink, which is cool. Otherwise, he can draw a card for you. This one comes out, has lifelink, and can potentially do up to 4 points of damage. We already talked about Axonil. This one does 2 points of damage to each creature and to each opponent. It's great, except for you guys are usually pretty weak, and they usually wipe them all out. That's not cool. So you want to kind of play this early when you don't have a bunch of dudes, but it is a 4, so we'll see how it balances out. Otherwise, it can also help you draw cards, or at the end, you put out a 4/4 red dragon with flying. So worst case scenario, you just do that. This guy puts out a knight. And then if you can get it out for 5 at the end of your turn, you put a Popo counter on each creature you control and you untap them. Essentially give them all vigilance. We got a crazy selection of dual lands. And Fabled Passages let you go get whatever you need out of the basic lands right up here. All right, so what are we going to do with this deck? We're going to control the board early on with Cut Down, Go for the Throat, and Shoot the Sheriff. Trying to go after their hand a little bit with Deep-Cavern Bat. Eventually get into we're putting dudes out. Hopefully we'll find the Warleader's Call early, and then putting dudes out is going to be causing a lot of damage. We get our combos together with the Ojer and Song of Totentanz, we end up just winning the game. Other than that, we get out Virtue of Loyalty and hopefully start beefing up our forces turn after turn until it's an onslaught of ungodly power that they don't have the ability to resist. All right, so that's it. That's the deck. Before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sholdred, may I be touched by your noodly appendage. Please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to, there we go, crush your enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. We're playing against Cngconde. Cngconde. Something to that effect. Removal, a little Ojer. Aha! I got a flaming sword and a dragon's arm. But don't worry, I mean you no harm. Axonil. Alright, we need our black online. Yeah, things are going to be slow. These guys are the fastest. Let's just stick it out this way. Put out something cheap. Deep-Cavern Bat. Looks like he wants to shoot it. Oh well, we get to see what he's got. Oh, that's the humanity. I love it. And I wish I was playing that deck. Here comes a forge. I mean, at this point, Warleader's Call is fantastic with Song of Totentanz. I don't have enough mana. I could pick off a couple of guys. Take out Logas, whatever his name is. Ojer's gonna be cool. Oh, you're killing me here. I don't know if I got the time for all this. I could kill him with Ojer and Songs of Totentanz. Can I survive that long? Alright, come on, man. Oh, no! How dare you tempt me with a third one? See, that's how beautiful. Song of Totentanz will finish this thing off, provided we can keep the Ojer alive. Good, he's not coming at me. I'm down to 4. Hopefully it doesn't have anything else to it. Lose a life. Down to 3. Down to 2. Down to 1. Okay, we go. One, two, three. I don't know. No math. No math. There we go. Suck it, suckerfish. Oh, that worked out beautifully. Victory! Alright, we're playing against Gustav. Gustav. Keep. The thing about this deck is that there's a lot of black cheap cards. And if you don't get black straight off, you should just mulligan this thing out. So I'm happy with what we got here. Let's see if I can trick him into a virtual loyalty kill. Gotta pretend I don't have an instant. Death! Does this guy require 2 life? I got life to spend. That's cool. I'm willing to wait it. Alright, where am I at here? I really need to get a Warleader or a Warleader song. That'd be fantastic. But I have no idea where that's going to be at. I know who can die is that guy right there. Keep making your little tricky treats out of your dead bodies there. Alright, he's got 2 cards. I've killed 3 dudes. I could probably get out of virtual loyalty on this next turn. Or he kills off all my guys, that would be really bad. I got Songs of Totentanz. I can put a bunch of rats out. Let's get some muscle out there. We'll see if he's willing to trade off his only guy. Nope. All right, good. Guess you can start bringing things back from the graveyard or something. I gotta read this card. Beginning of your step, you may sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. If you do, turn a creature card. It's got to have non-land permanents. He's just eating them up. What do I got here? 4 rats. Let's just do that. And super vigilance. Are you actually trying to mill me? Is that a thing you're trying to do? He's got a couple of nice little blockers. Got nothing in his hand, that's fine. Yeah, I forgot that the rats did not block. That is a problem for them. At this point, though, he should be scared. All right, whatever, man. That's funny you didn't choose to kill off my Deep-Cavern Bat. You gonna mill me? And we win! Boom, boom! Goes the room. Victory! Alright, we're playing against S3 Fitiz. S3 Fitiz. That's an interesting name. Alright, I'm going to try to go for this. We'll go... Oh, we need 2 reds, don't we? No, I need a... Ooh. Red's what I need. I don't need a black for the other one. If I want to play everything I got to put out what I got there. What does this thing do? Alright, let's just wait on that, and we'll see if he tries to do something with it. We can instant his little heart out there in a second. Kill myself a scorpion. You come at me, brah? Alright, there we go. Oh, he doesn't like to wait. Elder Dragon War is pretty sweet against a bunch of little puny guys like this. Of course, I'll have to play it before I put out my rats. This is dragging up. All right, in your face, Davy Jones. What else are you doing here? So next turn, I could put out 4 rats. That might be the thing to do. I mean, that's a lot of damage. Alright, seems to be scared of... I mean, I'm just going to let him come. If he comes at me, I would just be like, nope. I don't want to lose a dragon out of the deal here. Of course, if I kill off this guy, what's he going to do about it, right? Ooh, this is a good shot. Alright, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring him down to 15. Dragon brings him down to 10. 3 more guys coming through, bring him down by 6 to 4 points of damage. And then next turn I can Totentanz him again. Well, okay, there goes the poor dragon. I thought it was coming down to 4. We only got him down to 9. Still, we are rolling in, guys. What do we got? We got 6 plus another 4 more. Puts him at like 14. All right, so I could do a little bit of damage here. I can take out Sergio here. Or should I just go for Totentanz? 1, 2, 3, 4. Totentanz! And there we go. We got 4 more through at 2 each. Yeah, that would totally do it. Victory! We are playing against lorenzodaroman. Lorenzodaroman. Run off the goblin, we have to deal with it. I think I got to shoot myself a sheriff. Let's do that. He's playing life game bats. Really, I probably should have just Deep-Cavern Batted it. Yeah, let's go see what we can do. Get rid of the big boys out of his hand. He's got some murders or something in there. You're not going to do much. There you are. It's a single 1 mana. What are you going to do? Well, that's what you're going to do. All right, that guy. And what do we got over here? At the beginning of upkeep, draw a card. You lose mana life. So I can leave him with that guy. You gain life. That guy needs to die. What do we put out? All right, cool. All right, we're gonna pop this. Let's go ahead and put out. Seems like we always need 2 red. Let's grab 2 red. Red the second, let's just say. All right, no life gain. We're done. We lost our advantager. He's definitely taking it from us. And we haven't gotten anywhere yet. Totentanz would be cool, but we need like a Warleader song to really make use of it. No blocks. I get the guy back. Steals my Evangelist. That would be bad. Come on, man. You are driving me crazy. All right, so I'm just seeing what we can do here. That's the kind of guy I hate. Go for his throat. All right, he's got lots of flying. Welcome back, my friend. Enjoy. Battle cry. All right, there's some life for us. Now we're back up to 17. What do we got? We can start putting out rats 4 each time. He's going to get his own guy back probably by a good shot with turret in his hand. I got totally cool dudes that died with turds in hands. Left 3 points per turn is going to be a killer for me. Him getting that life back. It's a full meal deal right there. Unfortunately, we didn't have a Warleader on us. But we can get Battle Cry out of this guy. Still get the battle cry. In you go, rat. Rat friends. All right, he's down to 6. He's about to gain 3 more. Nope, fine. I don't know what we got going on here. Yeah, this is stupid. Let's see what we got. Let's pick black. Why not? Let's just go ahead and get this guy going. And let's fly in with everybody we got. I guess I could have just sacrificed that land. That probably would have been a good deal to do. All right, you got minutes. If you want to block the land, you got to block 2 of them. Down to 3. He'll be back up to 6. We're at 7, and he's showing... We won. What? How did that happen? Victory! Alright, we were playing against FistoRoboto. No black. We have 2 reds, 2 whites. We can play everything else. Let's just shove that to the side. And we put this out for the black. Vector's hand. Let's get rid of Bristly Bill. All right, I could possibly trick him. What has he got here? He's got an exile from your graveyard. Okay, very cool. Let's just throw out our mana. Go get ourselves a life. And I'm going to try to go for a trick. I'm going to try to put a Knigget out. Because without tricks, what's life worth, huh? Yeah, 3's not going to do it. All right. Number 4. Not you, Doopy. Not you, Doopy. This thing costs, what, 2 mana to be able to use that ability? All right, we got the 5 we're looking for. Let's just make them strong. Let's just do it. Who does he want to kill? I don't know. I keep him back. Yeah, let's do it. If he wants to trade off on Archangel, I'm okay with that. I don't think you got any tricks, man. You're out of mana. I can knock the scout for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can do it. Do I have black in there? Yeah. One. Double up, baby. Auto pay. 4 down. And that's life. All right, you want to trade off? You can do that. I got nothing but lifelink coming up. That's 7 per turn I'm earning back. All right, you can pump. Let's go after his hand. We can do that. I was thinking I'd have enough mana for Loyalty or Virtue. That did not work. Or Virtue of Loyalty. That's what we got to get rid of. I'm so happy I put that bat out. Pump! There we go. You're looking good, boys. All right, we got 3 flyers, and he's got nothing to block with. I really don't care, man. I know you got Vigilance. You can see it on you. You're down to 1 mana. Songs of Totentanz. Yeah, should we just go crazy? Sure. 1, 2. I wouldn't even let me do it. It was going to be beautiful. Victory! Alright, so we are with Mardu Warleader. And, you know, it was an interesting deck. I think this is an example of where taking a perfectly good Boros deck and then trying to throw in a third color because you think, oh, wouldn't it be great if I had a third color's ability? It defocuses the deck and makes it a worse deck. You would think it would make it more awesome. It doesn't. It actually makes it a lot harder to play, and it's not as good as Boros Warleader is. But it was interesting. It was worth doing. It was worth the experiment. All right, so let's just see. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player of this deck? I can tell you, to me, there was only one card worth playing that we needed to get all the time, and that was Warleader's Call. Warleader's Call is what made this deck so much better, just because it would pump up the Deep-Cavern Bats. I mean, Virtue of Loyalty for 5 was almost there just because it would keep pumping your dudes up, making them stronger and stronger and stronger. That was great, but, you know, Warleader's Call was the real deal. That was the most valuable card. That was the one I was hoping for the vast majority of the time. So I'm going to give the MVP award to Warleader's Call. All right, was this deck competitive? No. I played this thing in casual, and I went through long stretches of wins, and I went through long stretches of losses. It's like like a combo deck that's you're going to hit. If you can't get your combo together, your deck's going to fall apart, and you're just going to get stormed by something with a better, more consistent baits to it. Anytime I couldn't get Warleader's Call, pretty much I would just die. This deck didn't have the way to pull it together. Thing is, though, is when I could get Warleader's Call together, yeah, this deck stormed it. Yeah, it did a really good job. The big combo here is Song of Totentanz and Warleader's Call. The more Warleader's Calls you have out, the better. You can mix it together with Ojer or Axonil, that you're even better. That is incredible. But still, it's just like you need the combo pieces. Otherwise, you're just weak ass. You think with the control you have from the mono black in here, you do pretty well. Nah, it did all right, but everybody else was usually capable of swarming around that stuff. So yeah, was it competitive? I ended up with 52%. It was just barely worth playing in my mind. Barely worth playing. So I'm going to say it's worth playing, but I would not call it competitive. Was this deck fun? Well, what I did like about it is if we take a look at the mana curve right there, it's all 2s, 3s, 4s. That's where all of the cards are at. So therefore, we were able to do things a little early. A lot of times, we got out the Deep-Cavern Bats. We got a lot of control early on. And then by the time we got to 3, we were throwing down some pretty decent guys for a turn 3 drop. We couldn't do anything early. Nothing like that was happening. But we did have a little bit of control. So by the time we got to turn 3, we were doing some stuff. It's just that usually people were even going a lot faster than this. Like this thing could not handle mono red aggro at all. That thing always killed us. Artifact decks, those things were beyond our ability to deal with. They were either too big for a cut down or too artifacty for go for the throat. We only have one shoot the sheriff. I was just throwing preachers out there with death touch to just block things just for the hope that I can kill them. Yeah, it was rough against artifact decks. But anyways, you know, at least it wasn't taking forever to come together. I did have some fun when the combo came together. Yeah, it was a great deck. The only problem is if it combo came together, you won almost immediately. It was practically a 0-turn kill, right? Or a 1-turn kill where you just get out your couple of cards, you throw out a bunch of rats, they'd come swarming in, they'd do a bunch of damage. Usually you'd kill them, and that was the end of the game. So it's kind of like you were like holding on, and then death. It was funnish. All right, was this deck interesting? Yeah, reason why is because we're used to playing like a Boros Warleader's Call. You know, Warleader's Call is Boros by default. It's probably one of the most Boros cards I've seen since Boros came out in the original Ravnica. I'd have to say, yeah, it's fan-freaking-tastic, but you're playing Boros for it at least. whoever made this together, I think wanted to put black in there. Why would we possibly put black in here? Let's take a look around to figure out why. No reason in particular. Preacher of the Schism puts out babies, right? Sometimes. That's about it. You know, cheap bats for helping to do a little bit of control. We got our hand hate, and then we got regular control beyond that. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's try it out. Like I said, it was a little unfocused, and I didn't really find that it was worth playing with. So it was an interesting deck. It was worth seeing, but I thought the other regular Warleader's deck was much better. All right, so let's add that up. Was this deck competitive? Not really. Was this deck fun? It was all right. And was this deck interesting? Yeah. I'm going to give this deck a B+, just because I was disappointed in its win rate. That really hurts big time. But other than that, if you like Mardu, you like playing 3 colors, you like fighting to try to get your mana curve going together, yeah, this might be the deck for you. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun, if not more fun, than I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.